PlayStation 5 Slim versus the OLED Switch. What an interesting comparison to have. So in this video, we're going to talk about the gameplay features, going to talk about comparing both models and which one is better for you. So in terms of the first sort of gameplay experience, let's talk about the games. With the PlayStation 5, we've got a lot of great exclusives, as well as with the Switch. The games from the Switch that came out this year are games like Tears of the Kingdom, we've got Super Mario Wonder, we've had some Kirby games, and some great exclusive games just for the Nintendo Switch. Found that with these games for the Nintendo Switch, they actually utilize all of the Nintendo Switch's features within the games. For example, Tears of the Kingdom, they use the motion control options to actually be used in the games. And with the PlayStation 5, they're still not utilizing all of the features with the DualSense controller. We have the touchpad, we have multiple microphones, we have all sorts that we can do with the DualSense controller, but we're not utilizing it to its fullest extent in all of its exclusives. With the Nintendo Switch, just noticing the complete opposite, how it's just utilizing every little part of this system right here. So the exclusives are fantastic for the Nintendo Switch. They come with a cost. Same with the PlayStation 5, it's a very expensive console to have. The PlayStation Plus is also a great option with the PlayStation. Nintendo doesn't really have that there. They do have some free games, but they don't have that gaming subscription service yet. Even with the PlayStation Plus, they have some backwards compatibility. There is no backwards compatibility with the Nintendo games. We have some games from its last generation, like Mario Kart 8, Breath of the Wild that was released on the Wii U and the Nintendo Switch, and some other games as well. PlayStation Plus does have more backwards compatibility than we do with the Nintendo Switch. But that's the reason why we have this retro gaming market where we can play some of our old favorite games. In terms of the Nintendo Switch though, there have been some downsides with the games. I found like they've overcomplicated games like Pokemon and stuff, so it hasn't been as great as it used to be in a sense, or maybe that's just nostalgia or where I'm coming from. So in a way, the Nintendo Switch has had its detriments, but overall, it's actually really good how it's such a small device that you can keep anywhere and take it anywhere you want. There's a wide range of games, and there's cross-compatible games. So you can play some of this year's games, like Hogwarts Legacy, Mortal Kombat 1, on the Nintendo Switch as well. But the problems are that you won't get the full experience out of your Nintendo Switch like you do on the PlayStation. The PlayStation has all of this amazing SSDs, internal lightning speed components, and it's a computer inside of the PlayStation, right? With the Nintendo Switch, it has limited capabilities, so you don't get the full experience out of some of these cross-compatible games. You won't get the full experience out of like NBA. You won't get the full experience out of FIFA. Cut certain things out of certain games, and that is a huge downside with the Nintendo Switch. Nintendo games only have been absolutely fantastic. You know, the Zelda series is like no other, and they're actually longer games than some of these PlayStation exclusives. For example, Spider-Man is only about 8 or 9 hours of actual gameplay in it. It does have a bit of replayability with it, but it's kind of repetitive with just fighting crimes around the streets and stuff. Nintendo Switch, we've got replayability with games like Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild, where you can just play for 20 plus hours and still find more things to do. It's just incredible what they have done with these systems. Now, in terms of actual gameplay as well, of course, there's limitations with the Nintendo Switch. We're only limited to about 30 FPS and a max screen resolution of 1080p. Of course, with the PlayStation, because it is a standalone console for your TV and your gaming setup. It goes up to 4K, up to 8K resolutions with 120 FPS. So we can't compete with the two in that sort of sense. And of course, the graphics are going to be better with your PlayStation, and it's definitely a next-gen console. The way it's built, everything, even in terms of its inputs, like we have two Type-C inputs. With the Nintendo Switch, there's no Type-C inputs. So PlayStation's really thinking in the future because those inputs are faster and has better readability and stuff like that, but it still has those multiple inputs at the back there. The Nintendo Switch is great for its simplicity of design. It's nothing short of fantastic, and I love the model customizations. Like, we've got the special edition Nintendo Switches. We've got so many ranges of different colors and customization that we have with our Nintendo Switches. The PlayStation has been fantastic for customization. With the new release of the PlayStation Slim, we haven't seen much customization with our faceplates and stuff like that, but that will probably come out in the future. We know we've got a huge range of accessories for both the Switch and the PlayStation. Nintendo Switch has a wide variety of controllers, from racing wheels to full-fledged pro controllers. I definitely see Hori as being one of the best sort of companies coming out with some of these accessories. We've seen a lot of really great stuff with the Nintendo Switch, but mainly with the PlayStation, its own first-party accessories are like no other. They're really leading the race with its first-party accessories at the moment. Even its Pro Controller series has been incredible, and the stuff that's coming out soon has been absolutely incredible so far as well. So it just keeps getting better with PlayStation, and they're really focusing on the future of technology. In terms of portability, we do have the PlayStation Portal and other ways that we can play PlayStation on the go, but this is just streaming out of your PlayStation. It's not actually a console in itself where it's a portable device. We've already had those, but I wish they would just re-release them, but we're not getting them anytime soon. The Nintendo Switch, it is definitely the best portable gaming experience out of the two because we're not streaming out of the device and we don't need an internet connection just to use the device on the go. Now with the Nintendo Switch, of course, it's portable and we have this beautiful 7-inch OLED screen, so it definitely wins out of the portability factor right there because we get the full gaming experience. Don't have to rely on an internet connection. If the internet connection cuts, then we can't actually play games on the go. In terms of the gaming experience overall, I've definitely played the PlayStation a lot more than the Nintendo Switch this year, but I've been going back to the Nintendo Switch and still been amazed that they're utilizing all this technology super well with the Nintendo Switch. I can't wait for there to be a 4K model of the Nintendo Switch or a Nintendo game console with 4K capabilities, because we know the Nintendo Switch is an older model now, while PlayStation, they're really at the forefront of the technology and re-releasing things or renewing things every single year. New consoles coming out, new limited edition, new bundles coming out always, new controllers, everything is still coming out. So it's exciting with the PlayStation type of thing. Now in terms of the cost overall, we know PlayStation is about $799 and the Nintendo Switch is about half that price. So if you need a budget-friendly console, definitely your OLED Switch. Portability, you can connect it to your TV, play some of the cross-compatible games. You get the Nintendo exclusives, which are a bit expensive, but they're really great and they have great replayability. Then this would be the console for you because of the games that you get out of it. You know, you get this beautiful 7-inch screen as well. While with the PlayStation, you know, it's a more expensive console, but you see it's more advanced features. Really, games like God of War Ragnarok, even Spider-Man, is a very cinematic experience, and it's just something that you can't replicate really on these systems. But there's still games like Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom that you have on the Nintendo Switch that you can't really get on these systems. You guys let me know your thoughts and feelings down below of your favorite console. Thanks for watching.